Let's go ahead and find the binomial expansion for 1 plus x to the negative 2. The p-value, or the power here, is negative 2. The interval of convergence is given to us because we can't find it using the ratio test. Let's first begin by writing f in its general binomial expansion form. The power is negative 2, so it will be negative 2 choose 0 plus negative 2 choose 1 times x. So again, this should be looking a heck of a lot like the geometric series, except that you have binomial coefficients. That's the only difference. Otherwise, it looks very similar to the geometric series. This goes on forever, so we'll put plus dot dot dot. Negative 2 choose 0 is 1. Whenever we have a 0 in the lower position, we will always end up with a 1 here. And negative 2 choose 1 will always end up being p. So in this case, p is negative 2. So we'll have negative 2x. Now we have to do some math. Negative 2 choose 2. We start at negative 2, and we do repeated subtraction by 1 until we get to 2 factors. This is going to be positive 6 divided by 2, so we'll get 3. That will be our coefficient right here. And then we'll go to the next one, negative 2 choose 3. Very similar way, we're going to start with negative 2. We'll do repeated subtraction until we end up with 3 factors. And 3 factorial is what goes in the denominator there. This will end up being negative 4. So that will be the coefficient in front of x cubed. There we have it. So that is the binomial expansion for f. And the interval of convergence is given to us. So we can put that over here. So it's ready for our next step. Our next step says, hey, what's the binomial expansion for this function g? All we did was modify x by turning x into negative 4x. So we're going to come on through and replace all the x's with negative 4x. And we will simplify this a little bit. This will end up being 1 plus 8x. And then here we'll get 16x squared, so that will be 48x squared. Here we'll end up with a negative, so it's going to turn into a positive when all is said and done. And we have 4 cubed times 4, which is really 4 to the 4th, which is 16 times 16, which is 256, x cubed, plus etc. Now, when we do a substitution, we have to take our original IOC, and whatever we replaced x with, we need to replace x in this interval of convergence. We will divide by negative 4, which reverses the inequality symbols. And that gives us our new interval of convergence, the interval of convergence for the function g. So the interval of convergence will be negative 1/4 to 1/4, excluding the endpoints.